on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Every single day, Leonard has been harassing my family.
They claim for 6 years.
You're a pedophile. That's all you are.
Do you have proof that he is a child molester?
He's been threatening them.
Didn't show you.
That's why you're stalking us and trying to kill our family?
Never said I was going to kill your family.
You did say you were going to blow him to hamburger meat, right?
No, I told you, back off, or the reptilians from outer space might snatch your daughter.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Digital age, fame can come as easily as a click of a mouse. Between YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, you name it, people can quickly build a fan base and become an instant celebrity.
I remember being young, remember everything you said, remember everything you told me, and everything you showed me.
That was Rick, also known as OG Raw Deal, a hip-hop artist who has thousands of followers on YouTube. But 7 years ago, Rick says his YouTube celebrity status took a dark turn when he started getting threatening messages from a man he claims is stalking him online. Well, Rick says Leonard has posted hundreds of videos accusing him of being an online predator. Here are just a few of those clips.
You're a pedophile. That's all you are. That's all this is amounted to, is you being a pedophile, and you've been exposed. I called him out for preying on little kids. Richard, OG Rodil, Rich, however the child predator wants to call himself, is on the internet taking advantage of little children. I'm gonna continue to you up.
Well, Rick says Leonard has threatened to rape his 18-year-old daughter, torture his 14-year-old son, and blow his entire family into hamburger meat. His wife, Jennifer, says she fears for their safety and is afraid they will have to move again if Leonard finds out their address.
Leonard has been stalking and harassing my family and me online every single day for 6 years. Never met Leonard in person, but he is 100% obsessed with me. I wanna change the world, wanna end the war, wanna. I'm a musician. I post my music online, and Leonard reached out to me and complimented me on a couple of my videos. He started telling me some intimate things about himself. Kind of got weirded out and just didn't reply anymore. He got angry. Leonard said many, many, many lies about me. The main one is he said I'm wanted by the FBI for being a child predator, which is 100% false.
Richard is still currently hiding from law enforcement.
He has videos up accusing me of murdering children, threatening to rape him, his children.
Richard is someone who's threatened my little girl with rape.
He's got 49 videos about me. Anything he's saying is 100% lie. Leonard says he's gonna blow my entire family up into hamburger meat. I have 4 kids of my own. That's all I live for. He's constantly emailing my daughter, Facebooking my son. He threatened to rape my daughter while I watch and then shoot me in the face. There'll be times I'll drive my daughter home from school and I'll look in the mirror and I see her just crying. Reach out to my youngest son, he's got a heart condition. His goal for him is to harass him so much that he'll have a heart attack. My other son asking it, do you think he's really gonna kill us? We haven't had any peace in 6 years.
What are we gonna do if he finds out where we live? We're gonna have to move again.
I never even believed in evil until this. He's unreal, you will see.
Okay. Now, Rick, you've never met this person, right?
Not in person, no.
You don't know him? You've never had any encounter with him? You've never been in the same room with him? You don't know him?
No, he's taken me to court 5 times, but being I had a restraining order, I was able to do it over the phone.
Right.
Yeah, I appeared
so
twice.
Why you? Why is
so
he?
I'm here, let's ask him. I don't understand.
He's threatened your family.
Many times.
We heard the video where
I've only sent in
He says he's going to spend the rest of his life you up, your daughter, your son, your family. He's going to destroy you.
The way he says it, he's sacrificing himself to do this. So he's told me he's going to kill me and then himself. So that's what I think sacrificing yourself means. And I take it serious. At first, he was messing me for a couple years, and I can handle myself. But then he's starting to bring my children to this, and I'm very upset about that.
Rick claims that Leonard posted a video on YouTube threatening him and his family. So let's take a look.
You're so short. You're such a little. I you up, and I'm going to continue to you up in front of your wife, who's ashamed and completely embarrassed of you, in front of your kids, in front of your gay daughter, in front of your crippled son. I'm going to continue to you up until the day you die. I made you stop. That's right. I gave you orders and you followed them, whether you liked it or not. And I'm going to continue to do that to you till the day you die. You're a pedophile. That's all you are. That's all this is amounted to, is you being a pedophile, and you've been exposed.
Please don't believe this. This kills me.
So what was your reaction when you first saw this kind of message from him?
This one is recent. I've had six years of this.
This has been going on and on and on.
Every day. The day I got the restraining order, he made the same thing.
You've been to the police?
Yes.
And what do they tell you?
They tell me the crime is being committed in Oregon. The Oregon police say the crime is being committed in California, so there's nothing they can do.
These are terroristic threats,
yes.
And they're telling you that there's nothing that can be done about this.
Yep.
This is an excerpt from a comment that Leonard posted on Rick's YouTube channel in September of 2013. Your family is not off limits. This is a declaration of war against Richard and anyone who defends his actions or illnesses. Next up, Rick's son, the genetic defect, whose dad is an alien, profiteering, narcissistic crackpot. Well, Leonard claims that Rick doctored his YouTube video to make it seem like Leonard is saying something he's not. So let's take a look at what you did to the video.
Sure.
I you up, and I'm going to continue to you up. In front of your wife, who's ashamed and completely embarrassed of you. In front of your kids. In front of your gay daughter. In front of your crippled son. I'm going to continue to you up until the day you die. You got that? You're a pedophile. That's all you are. That's all this is amounted to, is you being a pedophile, and you've been exposed.
Okay, now he says in this video that you altered it and made it seem like he was saying something he wasn't saying. You added some music to it, and you put some slates commenting on what he was saying and what you wanted people to attend to. But you didn't alter his words in any way, correct?
I'm not that good, no.
Yeah. But you are engaging him.
Yes.
And that hasn't worked for you, right?
Nothing has worked for me, sir.
Rick claims his alleged cyber stalker Leonard has terrorized him and his family for the past 7 years. Well, we're going to find out what Leonard has to say about that, because he and Rick are getting ready to meet face to face for the first time right here on this stage after the break, because Leonard is here.
Richard messaged me, and he stated he found my family, and this was gonna be fun now. He targeted me. I got fired from my job because of Richard's tactics. I don't know what he's capable of.
And later, is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Did you do that?
Cat's got you by the tongue.
I thought 3 words to describe Leonard in my eyes is psychotic, delusional, and evil. Leonard's goal is to get my address to kill me. I'm a dead man walking. I need to do whatever I can to protect my family.
Rick claims Leonard, a man he has never met in person till today, has been stalking and harassing him online, accusing him of being a child molester and threatening to kill him and his entire family. But Leonard claims he is the real victim, and Rick is a liar and a con artist who has waged an online war which has cost Leonard his family, his job, and his home. Here's Leonard's side of the story.
Richard's playing a lot of mind games, and it does need to stop. He has definitely sexually harassed people online, pretending to be me. In retaliation, I definitely got aggressive online. I believe Richard is a child predator because I found these videos of him calling little girls, even little boys, pretending to be a prophet.
Richard was on the internet calling little boys and girls, asking these kids to meet up with him behind closed doors.
He targeted me because I called him out. Everything definitely escalated when I made videos on YouTube asking the world for help. He took those videos and remixed them, trying to make it look like I had molested my children. People definitely started saying that I was a child molester and that I needed to take a dirt nap. I got fired from my job because of Richard's tactics. Richard told them that I was cyber stalking him and his family. Richard says I threatened to rape his daughter, and this is definitely not true. I messaged Richard and told him in a non-serious way that if he didn't leave me alone, reptilians from outer space would snatch his daughter and that we would have our way with her. Richard messaged me and he stated he found my family and this was gonna be fun now. He sent me a picture of my son's bedroom window and it scared me. I don't know what he's capable of. He's made me afraid for my life.
Leonard, how are you, sir?
I'm all right.
Yeah. So tell me how you feel about being here today.
Long overdue.
What is it you want people to know?
What I want people to know is that I found this man here, Richard, on the internet, calling little boys and girls, pretending to be a prophet. And you can't say anything about that, can you? It's been 6 years.
What does that have to do with you?
You stalked me for calling you out.
You just said I'm a prophet.
I did not say you were a prophet. What I just said was you were calling little boys and little girls pretending to be a prophet. That's what I just said.
And what was my goal for that reason? What was my goal?
Why don't you tell everybody that?
I'm asking you. You're here. We're here. I'm asking you to explain that. What was my goal with those conversations that you're talking about?
I think you're a child predator.
You think?
This is a serious allegation, and you're on national television at this point making that allegation. So do you have proof that he is a child molester?
A convicted child molester?
No. None whatsoever.
Well, how can you make that allegation if you have no proof?
I believe that Richard is a child predator based on
no proof.
10 years of being on the internet, calling little boys and calling little girls
with no proof. You just said you have no proof.
Pretending to be a prophet.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, this is a post that Leonard claims that Rick made on June 4th of 2016, that Leonard, a cyber stalker, he is wanted for threatening to rape a minor. Multiple restraining orders for harassment and death threats. Please be aware and be safe. So you say he's stalking you, and you say this is a post that Rick made about you, correct?
That is correct.
Did you do that?
Yes, sir.
And why did you do that?
I was trying to get a hold of him for I was redoing my, stocking order. It had expired in July, and I needed to get his address, so I was just trying to find his address so I can have him served.
You did this to find his address?
Yes.
You said he's hiding from the FBI. Right?
I reported him to the FBI.
You said I'm wanted by the FBI.
Yeah, I probably did say that.
You did. I would love to see those messages.
I have those messages.
Show them.
Directly on my phone.
Someone bring his phone down. We'll get your phone. And later...
You stalked me for a solid year.
So you brought my children into it.
And I told you, back off.
When you brought my children into it, that's when you stepped over the line.
You filed for 4 temporary restraining orders, correct? Richard sent me a message via Facebook where he stated, "Ha ha, someone is going to be in trouble." He spelled going with a gun in it. He has been threatening my family and I with a gun. The contact has made me afraid for my life as well as my son's life. He has stated that he would get me murdered. You made that representation to the court, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so when you make that representation, then they'll grant the order. Okay?
That's
but
correct.
Then they have an evidentiary hearing.
That's right.
And you have to prove that what you said was correct.
That's correct.
And when that hearing is held, then immediately the order was dismissed.
That is correct.
Okay, well, you went back on August 18th. You said,
That's right.
He, Richard, repetitively threatened molestive acts against my 6-year-old son. Then he, Richard, sent me intimidating, scary videos showing my address and my son's room. Okay, so that was on August 18th, the next year. And so, again, they grant that based on the allegation. Then they have a hearing. That was dismissed because
That's right.
You had no proof.
And that's really interesting that that would happen. Richard did admit that he took pictures of my child's bedroom window. Isn't that right?
I live in a whole different state, brother.
Then how'd you take? And Richard admitted to the judge how he specifically took those pictures.
Would you like me to explain that?
Please.
This is when I took him, when I got my restraining order. So I called the police department, and he had been going there so much, bugging them so much. They gave me his address. So I Google mapped his address, put up the picture. He got it from my website and says I took a picture of his son's bedroom. And I was just letting him know you are going to court. And you did go to court, and you lost.
Okay, so you got it off of Google Maps?
Yes, sir. And he said
Okay.
I took that picture of his son's window, and it was a whole
right.
apartment complex.
So that was dismissed. The one on April 1st, it too was dismissed.
They weren't able to serve the order.
Because I have a restraining order against this gentleman, and one of the violations is obtaining my address. He's taken me to court 5 times, and that's the loophole. He goes to court, well, they'll help him find my address. They assist him. So that's what he's doing. And it's not to take me to court, it's to find my address.
On April 1st, in 2015,
Yep, exactly.
you said he, Richard, has threatened to rape and molest my children.
Mm-hmm.
He, Richard, has stated on the phone he would try to kill me. He, Richard, sent me pictures showing my face bloodied up. Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
What part are we talking about? I'm sorry, sir.
Cat's got you by the tongue.
No, I did get him fired. I didn't try to get him fired. But
There
the other
it
two,
is.
no, I didn't. I don't.
There it is.
June 3rd, he's Richard's harassing my employer, trying to get me fired. Richard sent me a personal message stating I better not try to take him to court because a gang of people, including him, would come for me. Richard has sent me messages saying I'm going to get my head smashed in.
I would love to see those messages.
What do you have those messages? Because let's call that bluff. Let's
right
see
now,
the
he
messages.
can make me look so stupid right now. Just show him I'm good.
I sent them to your producers.
He looks.
I'm actually being 100% honest.
Well, no,
I gave them to your
listen, I tell
producers.
you, the producer you're working with is so buttoned up You have no idea. She's been working with me forever, and she is so organized, it's annoying. Okay. She does not miss anything, and she says you did not send her those messages.
I have those messages directly on my phone, which I was not allowed to bring out here.
Well, will someone bring his phone down? We'll get your phone.
Hey, Doc, can I say something?
Yeah. We'll bring it for you so you can show it. Okay. Let's get his phone.
You did the same thing in court. You said you had everything in your phone, and you didn't show one thing. You only you played one little video of me saying I'm gonna you up, and that was for messing with my daughter.
This last restraining order was dismissed as well, correct?
That's right.
That's 4.
Okay, so you filed
You didn't show up to court.
You didn't serve me.
So then you continue to stalk me.
Okay, show me. Show me. We're on Dr. Phil, dude, and you're saying I'm stalking your children. That's none of my business.
You also filed a restraining order, correct?
Correct.
And it was sustained for 3 years,
Yes,
correct?
Sir. Yes, sir.
You intend to re-up that restraining order?
It depends on what happens here.
You filed the restraining order because you thought that you could manipulate me into calling you on the phone so that I would stop showing people videos of you calling little children.
I filed a restraining order against you because you threatened to rape my daughter.
No, that's a lie.
What's a lie?
That I threatened to rape your daughter.
I'm sorry. You threatened to have your way with my daughter. While
with reptilians in outer space.
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Look, we're going to take a break. Matt, bring the phone while we're on break. We have the phone. He says these messages are on the telephone. We'll let him pull those up during the break, and we'll look at them as soon as we come back. We'll be right back.
What does that say, Dr. Phil?
Can I explain that?
Go explain it.
Well, hold on. You did not send this to us.
How do you know?
You were pulling up these text messages that you sent to our producer.
That's right. So here's one that you can check out. I sent all this to your producers, sir.
Okay, well, this is a text message that you sent that you got from Richard that says he was going to have a gang of people beat you up.
You said you were going to have a couple of white boys lynch me.
You're saying a whole different thing.
Which is what?
He's asking you. They're laughing at you, dog, not me. Answer the questions, man. We're here.
If they saw videos of you calling little children pretending to be a prophet, they'd be laughing at you too.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Can we get to the question, what he's asking you?
There are messages in here where you state you've got people waiting for me in jail. Okay. The fact that you say that while you're claiming to be stalked is stupid.
Okay, well, hang on. You said that you had text messages where he said that he was going to have your face smashed in and a gang of people were going to be waiting for you at court and assault you.
In a jail.
And that's not what this says. This has nothing to do with that.
Oh, you probably got the wrong one.
Sir, let's take a look.
Same thing in court. Never showed any.
What does that say, Dr. Phil? Let's read it. You posted a video of you on the phone with the cops. You posted saying you're calling cops and drug dealers. You're a snitch.
Can I explain that?
Go explain it.
Well, hold on. I'm happy to discuss this, but this doesn't have anything to do with what you said you sent my producer.
That's one
message. You said you sent the producer a text message that said there were people going to be waiting for you at court if you showed up down there.
He was going to have people rape me in jail. Not court, jail, Dr. Phil.
That's not what we said.
That's if we go and look, if we get on a computer and we look at the messages I sent your producers, I specifically showed them images Richard uploaded to the internet where he showed a male getting stabbed and raped in prison, and you said, they're waiting for you.
Did you send this to the producer?
I sent all this to the producer.
But you didn't send what you said you sent them a few minutes ago.
I mean, that's another message I sent to your producers. I'm blown away at
Can't wait till one of these white boys hang you from a tree. Fake-ass punk.
That's exactly what he is. Exactly.
I don't pretend to be a prophet calling little children.
Okay, you didn't send this to us.
I did send
this
this
isn't
to
what
you.
we were talking about before, but you did not send this to us.
How do you know?
This woman is so organized, she's like a bad dream. She's so organized. If I send her something and I forget, she puts it in front of me. She doesn't miss anything.
Let's just say it for all purposes that I didn't send you a message where he states, you know, someone's going to bash my head in. You know you said that. But I did show you a message where
he may have said it, but you didn't send it to us.
So let's say, just for all sakes and purposes, that you're right about that.
I am right.
Yes, you are right.
Thank you.
All right?
You're a liar then. You lied, right?
I'm not saying he didn't say it. He may have said it.
Right.
I didn't mean to say
He
that.
may have said it, and he may have sent it to you, but you didn't send it to us, is all
But
I'm saying.
you've completely disregarded this. What is that? What is that?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm happy to ask about it. This is Amy Jo. Did you receive these text messages from this gentleman?
I did not, and I wanted to show you. This is everything that we received from both Leonard and Rick. All the evidence that they sent us of text messages, and I did not have that one.
Okay. And
sent it.
we do our homework here. This is a book. You can see we do our homework here. This is a book of probably 350 pages. You can see all of the tabs and marks and everything that we have in here. We have every court document, every court record. Everything is tabbed. So if I ask her something, she goes, there it is. I ask her, she goes, there it is. I ask her, there it is.
That is
right?
correct.
So, I mean, you're absolutely certain you didn't get that?
I did not get that one.
Okay.
No.
But you did get the message where he stated he was going to have me raped.
I did not get one where he stated he was going to have you raped. I have the one with I'm gonna have fun with you.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think I said that. That's.
With the gun. Yes, I do have
I didn't
that
say
one.
nothing about no gun.
No, there was a gun.
Oh, I spelled the
Gun,
G-U-N in
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So that meant I'm going to murder your family.
What did it mean?
That's how I spell. That's on the computers. I shorten things.
I found your family. This is going to be
Here
fun
it
now.
is. I mean, I'm telling you, we have everything. So we're going to find out what Leonard posted about Rick's wife, Jennifer. We're going to talk to her next. And then I have a question for both of these gentlemen when we come back.
Leonard accused me of cheating on my wife. He's telling everyone my wife has left me because I'm a child molester.
I messaged her. I wanted her to know what he was doing to my family and I, as well as who he was pretending to be on the internet.
Leonard sent my wife a video of him laying in bed, telling her that I'm having multiple affairs.
When you listen to the videos, I knew he had an affair. I can read him like a book, so easy to read.
I did ask her if she was aware that Richard had been stalking me. She did threaten me, and she said that some of her friends would come after me.
Well, I'm talking to Leonard, who says he reached out to a woman he never met, Jennifer, on social media to let her know that her husband was living a double life and stalking him. Leonard says instead of believing him, Jennifer got defensive and threatened to have him, quote, handled. But Jennifer says that is not the case. What really happened, according to her, was Leonard called accusing her husband of having an affair and then got angry and called her a, quote, fat bitch when she asked for proof. Take a look.
Leonard is obsessed with stalking my husband. Leonard is psychotic, ignorant, and heartless. We are the victims here. Leonard contacted me online and told me that Richard was having an affair. I asked Leonard to provide evidence, and he never did. He got mad at me and started calling me a fat bitch.
What are we going to do if he finds out where we live? We're going to have to move again.
No.
I have personally heard Leonard threaten to rape my daughter. He also threatened to kidnap my 12-year-old son. My children fear for their lives. He said he was gonna my son in the heart. I take Leonard's threats very seriously. I don't know why this man has such a vendetta against my husband. My husband is not a child predator. My biggest fear is that he will send somebody to my house and kill us.
Jennifer, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
What's your take on this, and what do you want to see happen?
I just want Leonard to leave me and our family alone. You could have called me any name in the book. I don't care. You could harass Rich all the rest of your life. I don't care. But when you brought my children into it, that's when you stepped over the line.
Can you explain why you brought my children into it?
You stalked me for a solid year.
So you brought my children into it.
And I told you, back off, leave me alone, leave my kids alone, leave us alone.
I've never...
Or the reptilians from outer space might snatch your daughter. And you went and cried rape.
You did say you were going to blow him to hamburger meat, right?
No.
No.
You didn't say that?
No. If I did, he'd have it on video and he'd be showing you.
Check this out.
7 hours, that's all it takes. I don't have remorse. I'll blow everyone into hamburger meat. No remorse. Don't blank with anybody else.
And he snipped that into...
Did you post that?
No, just like he snipped that into that newspaper article.
So you didn't say that?
No.
The newspaper article that you keep referring to is right here. I do have it. We do our homework. Here it is. This jury acquits rape suspect of 8 out of 10 charges. The trial of a man charged with raping a 15-year-old girl while threatening her with a firearm ended with acquittal. Leonard was convicted of first-degree criminal mistreatment. Assistant District Attorney said Leonard will be retried on the rape charge. Rapist gets jail term. A jury found Leonard guilty of first-degree rape. Judge sentenced Leonard to 23 months in prison for rape to be served consecutive to a 3-month sentence for mistreatment.
Do not look at her like that and act like that, brother.
Okay.
Do not do that.
What are you going to do?
So,
are you serious
now? So this is the article that you say you doctored about somebody else. You didn't know it was him.
No,
you thought it was him, but it was somebody else.
The original newspaper article that Richard found on the internet had a date. It had a year, okay? Richard went and photoshopped the date out of the newspaper article and then inserted my mugshot when I got busted for having marijuana. He then posted that online, stalked me viciously online, telling people it was from 2 years ago. This was a cold, calculated method he used to fool the public into thinking I was a rapist.
I'm asking you, are you willing to stop this internet feud and disengage and...
Leonard was reaching out to me from his job, using his job computer, harassing me and my family, and I called the human resources and notified them. They checked Leonard's computers, and they found out that I wasn't the only one that he was harassing. He actually had multiple restraining orders. After that, Leonard was fired, and they actually filed a restraining order against him.
My employer did do an investigation and had found out I was not stalking him using their equipment, but they did choose to fire me because it had just caused too much commotion at work.
Rick claims that Leonard, a man that he has only met online until right now here today, contacted his children on social media and told them to alert their friends, parents, and school that Rick was a child molester. So Rick says that he retaliated and got Leonard fired for using his work computer as a weapon to stalk and harass his family. But Leonard says that is a lie, and his employer found no evidence that he was cyber-stalking Rick or his children. But
they fired him anyway.
What do you want from him?
I can tell you. I want you to leave me alone. I want you to stop stalking me. I want you to stop taking pictures of my children. Stop taking pictures of my home. I want you...
Keep going.
I want you to stop telling people that you're getting stalked when you're the one who's stalking me because I called you out for being a child predator.
So you want him to take your name out of his vocabulary. You want him to not talk about you, not
I want you to stop
with
telling
him.
people that I thought about you sexually.
Well, taking your name out of his vocabulary completely would cover all of that, right?
Yeah.
If he and his people are willing to totally disengage and have nothing to do with you ever again, are you willing to do the same thing?
I'm willing to disengage, Dr. Phil, absolutely. But when it comes to the evidence I have of you pretending to be a prophet calling little kids,
okay, wait. No,
I'm not going to do it.
No, talk to me. You're not talking to him. I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, I think it's important because if I delete that evidence, Dr. Phil, then Richard's going to turn around and he's going to say, oh, he never did that.
Have you not given all this evidence to the authorities?
I informed the FBI back in 2000
Okay, then you've done your duty. You have informed the authorities. You're not the internet police here.
No, I'm not.
They are the internet police
That's
here.
right.
You have informed them. You have done your duty, and thank you for doing that. If you feel like something is amiss, you have reported it through proper channels to the proper authority. At this point, I'm asking you, are you willing to stop this internet feud and disengage and leave this alone?
Absolutely.
Okay, now what I need to tell Richard next. Closed captioning provided you are willing to do that and never speak of this man again. Don't say anything on the internet. Whatever you have on the internet, take it down. You're never to speak of this man again. Whatever you have on the internet, take it down. Then you two can go on about your lives. Think of all the free time that you're going to have in your mind, in your day, and you can start doing something productive with that. You don't have to forgive each other. You don't have to be friends. Right. You just have to stop.
I'll do that today.
You're willing to quit, turn around, and walk away.
Yes, many times. I'm sure.
And you're willing to quit, turn around, and walk away.
Yes, sir.
Does that mean?
And you're making that commitment here on national television with millions of witnesses.
That's right. And just so you guys do know, I did spend a lot of my time making sure that kids were safe out there. And you can laugh all you want, but I actually did. Because it's not normal for an adult to go and contact kids like that.
Okay, but we're starting this now.
And if I do find you on the internet contacting kids again, Rich, guess what?
God.
Guess what?
You're going to keep it up.
I'm going to show the public.
By doing what you just said you're going to not do.
Right.
Okay, that's
asking kids to meet up with you behind closed doors and then trying to hide that evidence.
Okay,
but
now
you just
wait a
said
minute.
You have no proof.
Wait a minute.
It's on the internet, buddy.
Wait a minute. Stop. Are you telling me you're not going to quit here?
What I'm saying, Dr. Phil, is if he goes back on the internet and starts pretending to be this prophet figure that can read your mind by touching your shoulder.
Oh my God!
So you really don't want to stop.
No.
You want to stay engaged here, because I've asked you if you'll just quit and walk away. If you see something that bothers you, call the authorities.
Well,
that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do.
I've done that.
Okay, because you've made a commitment here on national television that you're going to do something, and if you violate that, then it looks really bad for you. I want to thank all of my guests for being here today. Go to drphil.com for tips on what you can do if you feel like you're being harassed online. We will see you next time. Thanks for being here.
Wanna finish what we started. Been a while that I've been catching these vibes. What you doing this afternoon? Oh, I used to be cold-hearted. Now I'm feeling really warm and nice. Wanna spend more time with you. I've been wondering if it's all just in my mind. Blame it on the wine I shared with you the other night. Lately, I've been missing you, baby. Wanna see you on it daily. Can we meet at the same time, same place? Lately, I've been missing you, baby. Wanna see you on it daily. Can we meet at the same time, same place? Maybe it ain't complicated, like I'm picturing it in my mind, 'cause this ship's still going strong. My priorities have shifted since you're showing me your view of life. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I've been wondering if it's all just in my mind. Blame it on the wine I shared with you the other night. Lately, I've been missing you, baby. Wanna see you on it daily. Can we meet at the same time, same place? Lately, I've been missing you, baby. Wanna see you on it daily. Can we meet at the same time, same place? Even if our stars don't seem to align, you and me have promised that we're gonna give it a try. 'Cause both of us been ghosting other hearts a couple of times. That's why I'll only so sick, gonna need each other to get by. That's why lately, I've been missing you, baby. Wanna see you on it daily. Can we meet at the same time, same place?